This is Focus from the Focus of Love, and I love love. I am a relationship coach. I love to help people heal the hurt so they won't repeat the pain, and then they'll be able to get the love they want and have the life they love. A magnificent question. Focus. When should I have a baby now that I'm married? That is so loaded. So let's start off slowly. Oh, yes, this is my daughter's shirt. She has her own YouTube channel. Please subscribe. Simone does everything. And we were shooting today, so I still have her t-shirt on. Please like and subscribe, and you're going to find value. I want you to press like soon as you find value, hit share soon as you found value, because someone's going to come to your mind while you're listening, and I want you to get it right over to them. Okay. Why, how, when should I have a baby now that I'm married? All good questions. I'm going to start off with the most obvious, in my opinion, as a love and life coach. The first 2 years is for you and for him or her to get to know each other, to bond, to travel. Traveling is just, woo. Traveling will really open each other up to really see the uniqueness of your individuality, their individuality, and actually coming together as a couple. Because you have to function in ways that you don't only have to function on an everyday basis when it comes to traveling. Just like getting to and fro to the airport, making sure everything's packed. You got your passports and birth certificates and so forth. That's a very responsible setup when it goes to traveling. Do you have enough money? What's the currency needs to transfer over to if you need to? How long you need to stay? How long you can stay? When you got to get back for work? Lots of conversations, almost running like a business. So travel really humbles the relationship because lots of decisions has to be made. And sometimes even when you're on vacation, it's where we're going. Are we going to go on a tour? Is it going to be a lazy kind of trip, or are we going to museums? All of these types of questions really generate a lot of thinking and making decisions with someone. And it's not just that singleness that we've been used to. So when you get married and you're traveling, when you get married and you're deciding on the couch, it seems simple and, just let her have her way. It's the house. No, I encourage my men in my sessions to voice your opinion. This is a place where you're going to live as well. So you definitely get a vote to share it. So we're talking about two powerful worlds, two companies merging together. If you've been around long enough, you know that could really take something. Most of the time, when two companies merge, they either fire all of the upper management because the culture is so inundated. People are loyal to them. So when they fire them, they hire new people. It kind of breaks down that culture and gives people opportunity to maybe see a new way of running the company. Well, we can't do that in this case, right? That's why a lot of people end up being divorced for that very reason. They merge together. They really just can't see merging a culture together. It's too much upset, too much conflict, remind them too much of their mom, their dad, their past, and they end up divorced because they don't have the tools and understanding that, first of all, as a newlywed, that first 2 years are going to be really tough because all of your childhood wounds and woes comes up in those first 2 years. What you thought marriage was supposed to be, your fantasies, your Disney World kind of views of what the marriage will be, comes up and gets challenged, and you may realize it's not as neat as you thought it was on the Huxtables, right? And then you might have someone that's very practical and realistic, and you're asking to spend money, go places that's just not realistic to the dollar and cents that's bringing in the household. So a lot of confronting of worldviews and expectations and thoughts that's been going on for decades are now confronted now that you're married. So you want to have breathing room to go through all of those processes. So it's not the time to bring a third party, a baby, into this two-person's institution when your culture has not been, cultivated, the positions have not been established, the healing parts of now that I'm married, the shock of, oh my God, that I picked this person, is this the right person? Working through all of that. So I highly recommend you have a life coach and a therapist in these first 2 years to help you get through all of the learning curves that absolutely happens, because your past is going to come up, and that's what the therapist for, is to walk you through that past, help you to refrain and heal from them. And then the life coach is to help you to deal with the now. Why are you so upset that they keep leaving up the seats or not cooking enough, right? What are you making that mean, right? And help you to remind you why you even married this person. So having that team of people those first 2 years can really help you to grow through that growth of pain, misunderstanding, what had happened was, as well as the joys and the highs of being a newlywed. So don't introduce a baby that soon, because it's just going to cause more rise and upset. Because there's one thing to deal with trying to live with someone else. It's another thing to deal with trying to live with someone else while you're actually pregnant, going through all of the hormonal changes that happen. Your spouse is looking at you like, who are you now? Right? Because they didn't even get to enjoy you as their wife. If you're now pregnant and you're going through all that you go through when you're carrying a baby, which can be so tricky, as we know as women. And for those women that don't know, it is. It could be tricky. It can make you feel sick. You can just float through it and have nothing but joy, which is wonderful. But many women have different complications when they're pregnant, and you want to be able to have that time to do so and not worry about the marriage at the same time, because you're such a newlywed at this point. So you want to feel more settled, secure in the relationship and the marriage before you bring the baby into the whole mix. Lastly, postpartum depression. Many women suffer through postpartum depression. Men also get very scared of the responsibility of a third person, a second being relying on them. So you want to allow your male to enjoy and to get basically get used to taking care of you and providing for you in the new household and the bills, and really wrap his brain around that before now this is even more expensive. They can't even pull their own, right? You can go back out and work or get another job or get a part-time job, but the infant, it's all on him. So you don't want to make him feel that particular pressure. As much as we say 50-50, if it's in your household, a man generally will feel the pressure regardless, because at any point during the pregnancy, you might have to go on bed rest. Also, at any point after you have the baby, the expectation is probably you will be staying home to care for a sick child, meaning that much more financial responsibility is going to him if you don't have sick time or don't have that kind of job. Or you may even decide, I just can't leave this baby. I need to be home the first year. That can be frightening to a man. So it's very important. Timing is everything. So you both can enjoy, first of all, being married to one another, enjoy that stage of life, and then bring the baby in once you're settled, more secure, and you both are feeling safe in the relationship, that this is truly a long-term relationship and is not a let's give it a try, which is also one of the things that sometimes comes up in that newlywed stage, or I was just going to see how this was going to work. They might even say to you, I don't want to have a baby yet because I'm not sure if this marriage is going to work. Those are big red flags to make sure no pregnancy till after we're settled, secure, and really feeling close to one another, that this is it for both of us. And that's so important to filter through these kinds of conversations before you bring a whole nother being into a relationship. This is Focus from the Focus of Love. Let me know that you found value. Drop down below. What's the nugget and the takeaway for you? It's been proven when you write and take notes, it actually seeps into your conscious and subconscious that much more, becoming a part of you. And I do these videos because I want it to impact your life. So set that example for yourself by taking the note and saying, here's what I got of it. Click share and get that over to your circle so you can all elevate your mind together and grow, because we are the 5 sum totals of the people that we deal with the most. So when they're growing and you're growing, it's a beautiful thing, and you continue to make your circle stronger with everybody moving with the same philosophy. This is Focus from the Focus of Love. Have a fantastic night. Bye-bye.